as you can see. It's a beautiful night, man, and I'm out here enjoying the lovely beauty that nature has decided to offer me this lovely evening. I stand underneath the moon and I howl at it like the wolf that I am. We're back in the madhouse where the windows are white. Ah, this is my imagination. Welcome to the madhouse. In the madhouse, there is no windows. In the madhouse, the windows are all painted white. Because you don't need to see reality. Because you don't worry about reality anyway. The things you conjure in your mind, the self-talk is your reality. You don't need to worry about what's going on outside. That's why the windows are white. But you need to look through the window for. The window is your imagination. I wanted to imagine that I was in a tropical area, and my consciousness brought me there right away. You know, it's so many different personalities, so many different varieties and spaces of life that makes things so interesting. There's personality disorders all over the place, like narcissism, borderline personality disorders, all types of good stuff found in the DSM-5. Let's jump into the show. Oh, there you guys go, man. I didn't even see y'all though, man. Y'all done snuck up on me, man. I'm out here trying to enjoy nature. You know what I'm saying? Breathe in that good energy, baby. So I can send it back to you. Welcome to another RTSTM with your man, Theater's Miles. You know how we do. We salute you and send you that great energy, fool. What's up? Welcome back to the show. Now, got some real stuff I want to talk to y'all about, man. We got cluster A personalities, and we got cluster B personalities, and we got cluster C personalities. Now, it's really about 10 different negative personality traits, but you can boil them down into 3 main traits, and that's what we're gonna go over today. But sometimes, man, you just got to get back in nature, enjoy some of that beauty. You feel me, baby? Enjoy some of that beauty, baby. Yeah, get that beauty in your life, huh? That's right. Nothing wrong with being by yourself and smiling and loving life and loving who you are. Because at the end of the day, baby, you were born by yourself. Guess where you're gonna go when you die? That's yet to be determined, right? But ain't gonna be but one person in that casket. There's only gonna be one person in that crematory. Funerals are for the living because the dead has no feelings. According to the article, an estimated 9% of Americans have a personality disorder, like narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, or avoidant personality disorder. According to the 5th edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, there are 10 personality disorders which primarily affect a person's sense of self, identity, and relationship. Now, currently, I stand before you in a beautiful area because this is what's great for my mental health. As I've stated before, in 2022 and beyond, the greatest wealth shall be mental health. Sit back, breathe in the energy the universe has gifted you, and count your blessings. Because not until you develop a mindset of gratitude will you truly be able to ascend to a higher state of being. You have to understand that the highest form of energy is love. Now, let's get back into the article. A person may develop a personality disorder as a coping mechanism for extreme or excessive abuse, abandonment, ridicule, neglect, or other childhood trauma. Anthony Smith, a licensed mental health counselor with 17 years of experience diagnosing mental health conditions in the Massachusetts court system, told Insider, genes, as in genetics, can also play a role in the mental breakdowns, or what the book here would call a disorder, a mental disorder, or a personality disorder. It goes on to say, for example, someone with borderline personality disorder may have experienced significant abandonment as a child, like if their parent went to prison for life or consistently failed to provide emotional support. As a result, they internalize that belief that everyone will leave them, and when triggered, act based on that overriding fear, Smith previously told Insider. In the DSM-5, each of the 10 personality disorders fall under one of the 3 clusters because people with them may have similar behaviors, ways of thinking, or predispositions of other mental health problems. Smith said, people in cluster A tend to exhibit semi-psychotic and anxiety-driven behaviors, while those in cluster B may struggle more with anxiety and mood disorders like bipolar disorder, impulse control conditions, eating disorders, and substance abuse. According to Smith, those in cluster C are prone to anxiety, depression, and also substance abuse. Only licensed mental health professionals can diagnose someone with a personality disorder. Experts may start to notice traits and behaviors that could signal a personality disorder when a person is in their teens. But most people aren't diagnosed until adulthood. Since personality disorders tend to stem from early in life relational trauma, people who are diagnosed with one, meaning personality disorder, may also be diagnosed with another or exhibit overlapping traits, Smith said. Researchers are still studying the cause of personality disorders and don't have definitive answers. But what we do know so far is that it's also coming from genetics, it's coming from abandonment issues, it's coming from some type of a predisposition to some type of abuse. You know, it's some things that's going on in the epigenetics, some things going on in the muscle memory, some things going on in the past lives that are all stacked up and built up to this one moment in time when this person is having major anxiety, depression, and all types of psychosis because of this personality disorder, as we today call it. Causes could include neglect, abuse, or ridicule from a caretaker, being raised by someone who lacks boundaries and accountability, or is overindulgent, or being raised by someone who doesn't prioritize relationships. All these are going to be some of the reasons why a person can develop personality disorders. Now, let's go ahead and move on into the next section where we talk about how we could possibly override these type of behaviors by using good deeds. This story here is called Good Deeds Cure Bad Seeds. Study sheds light on how to change dark personalities. Could it possibly be true that good deeds don't punish us? Because I've always heard there's no good deed that goes unpunished. Well, according to Psychological Relationship Studies, Society and Culture, good deeds cure bad seeds. Study sheds light on how to change dog personalities. Written on June 2nd, 2022 by Chris Malore. Chris Malore asked the question, do you think you're too selfish? Do you think you're manipulative, impulsive? Those are all great questions. A researcher from Southern Methodist University says you're displaying personality traits, if you are those things we talked about before, which experts call the dog triad. Okay? While SMU psychology professor Nathan Hudson study discovered a way to make people more agreeable and reduce the dark triad personality, he also found that some actually want to increase these traits so they can use their learned good qualities to slide in like snakes and bite you. But no, this is what it says. While SMU psychology professor Nathan Hudson's study discovered a way to make people more agreeable and reduce the dark triad personality, he also found that some actually want to increase these traits. In fact, some of those who are more manipulative, the Machiavellianism trait, want to become more agreeable so they can influence others. And of course, not in a damn good way. The other two traits of the dark triad are narcissism and psychopathy. Despite the potential misuse of the findings, Hudson notes that carrying out good deeds like donating money to charity that you would normally spend on yourself, like in that Amber Heard trial where she said that she donated $7 million, didn't get them folk a damn thing. But anyways, that's beside the point. Or talking to a stranger and asking them about themselves. So if you talk to somebody you don't know, if you got these dark triad personalities and you're asking these people about themselves, you really can't benefit nothing from learning from these people, but you're just trying to enjoy normal human interaction and contact, then you could possibly start to transform your dark triad, evil cesspool personality traits. Instead of it bleeding all over somebody else, you'll actually be a good thing when you're coming around people. Now, it says here, overall, the study finds most people don't want to view themselves as the bad guy or the bad girl. And even people who display the dark triad traits say they want to be more agreeable, modest, kind, and helpful. Now, these are the qualities that a real man look for in every woman that he wants to interact with. Women, I'm sorry, if y'all don't want to hear this, too bad. Suck it up, learn from it. If you want a great man in your life, be agreeable. First of all, why the hell you got that man in your life if you don't believe in his vision? If you believe in his damn vision, then you're going to be agreeable with the things that he's talking about, the things he's trying to bring into your life. Now, he'll try to tell you something, you'll disagree with it, but then your girlfriend will tell you the same shit all of a sudden. Now it's the truth. We don't like that type of shit as men. Anyways, let me go ahead and finish off this story here. Overall, the study finds most people don't want to view themselves as the bad guy. And even people who display the dark triad traits say they want to be more agreeable, modest, kind, and helpful. Thus, interventions targeting agreeableness may be an effective way to help reduce dark triad traits in a way that people may be likely to cooperate with, Hudson says in a university release. So if you can get these people with dark triad personalities, this Machiavellianism, this selfishness, this impulsiveness, this not ability to show that they actually have self-preservation skills. Then you could try to create an intervention with these people and show them the benefit of being agreeable, of being helpful, of being truthful, of being a force that's good to erect the vision that everybody sees, especially the man. Take a man like myself, for instance. I got a whole lot of vision and I like to give to the world, but I got to be careful about who I give to, what type of empathy I display, how much sympathy and empathy that I allow a person to have, because people would put a straw right here in my heart, man, right here in my chest, man, and they'll just suck out all my empathy. They'll just get in my ear and yap, 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 and I had this complaint, and this happened to me, and then they did that, and then they did this, and I'm always at fault, and then they done blah, blah. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. I want to blow my head off. I don't want to hear that shit. Anyways, man, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, baby. Another day in the madhouse.